Preserving green onions in a jar keeps them fresh for a year. Hello, it's great to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. In hot weather, green onions bought in bulk easily turn yellow. Storing them in the refrigerator makes them mushy. I believe you've experienced this before. Today, I'll share some simple but extremely useful tips for preserving green onions. Green onions are a familiar spice in the kitchen. They enhance the flavor of dishes and are used for garnish or making green onion oil. Because they are cheap and easy to buy, we often buy quite a lot at once. If you can't use them all in time, don't worry. I'll show you how to keep green onions fresh and easy to use. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Method 1. Preserving green onions in water, for both eating and growing. First, let's share the first method. Green onions don't need washing. Cut the onion about 6 to 7 centimeters from the green leaves, looking at where the leaves begin to separate. The green leaves at the top can be eaten immediately, while the white part of the onion can be stored for a long time. Note: when buying green onions, choose those with strong roots, as these are more nutritious, contain more water, and stay fresh longer. Remove any damaged leaves to prevent odor during storage. Next, take a used plastic bottle, a water bottle. Wash it thoroughly before use. Use scissors to measure the length of the white part of the onion and cut the bottle accordingly. We only use the bottom half of the bottle. Put the onion into the bottle. Then, pour water over the roots until they are completely submerged. This way, the green onions can live in water and even continue to grow. Each time you want to eat them, just cut a little green onion, which is very convenient. Storing them this way can keep them for 2 to 3 months. You can place the bottle of onions in the kitchen, but avoid dark places without sunlight, as the white part of the onion rots easily and smells bad. It's best to place it on a balcony or in a place with natural light. I usually change the water every 2 days, and when it's sunny, I expose the onions to gentle sunlight to help them grow faster. However, in the summer, you shouldn't leave them in strong sunlight, as the onions may die. In about 4 to 5 days, the onions will grow this tall. Just keep cutting off the green leaves, repeating the steps above. When one crop of onions is gone, another will grow, so you'll have onions almost year-round. Although onions grown in water bottles won't grow as big as those grown in soil, this method helps keep them fresh for up to a year. It can even be considered a mini potted plant. Method 2. Storing whole green onions in the refrigerator. Now let's look at the second method. After buying green onions, they need to be thoroughly cleaned. Not only should you wash off the soil from the roots, but you must also remove damaged leaves and rotten skin near the base. Remove everything. If not cleaned properly, bacteria on the surface of the onions will spread to other areas, affecting their preservation. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Put the onions in a large bowl. Sprinkle some baking soda. Then soak the roots for about 5 minutes. You will see strange greenish streaks appear on the onions. This substance is called blue vitriol, also known as green powder, a common pesticide. Therefore, onions must be cleaned before long-term storage. Baking soda, when dissolved in water, creates a slightly alkaline environment, while many pesticides are weak acids, so they will decompose when exposed to alkali. That's also why pesticide packaging often states, "Do not mix with alkaline substances." After soaking for the required time, gently rub the roots with your hands, especially in the crevices where dirt easily accumulates. The leaves only need a light wash. Do not scrub vigorously, as they are very soft. Then rinse with clean water to remove any remaining alkaline odor. At this point, the onions are almost completely clean. Remove the onions and let them drain. If you're in a hurry, you can use a kitchen paper towel to dry them completely. This step is very important, as damp onions spoil easily during storage. Make sure the onions are completely dry. Lay a layer of plastic wrap on a cutting board. Arrange the onions on it and roll them up tightly, squeezing out all the air. Place the wrapped onions in the refrigerator. When storing, keep the roots and leaf tips intact. The roots help the onions retain nutrients and water, preventing them from turning yellow. The leaf tips help retain moisture, reducing water loss. This method reduces respiration and transpiration, thus keeping the onions fresh longer. They can be stored in the refrigerator or freezer. The onions will not turn yellow or rot for 1 to 2 months. Method 3. Chopping and freezing green onions. The third method is suitable when you want to preserve them for a very long time. Pick and wash the green onions, let them dry completely, and cut off the roots. Cut the onions into small pieces according to your cooking habits. Mix the green and white parts thoroughly for better flavor. Prepare 2 airtight glass containers. Plastic is recommended for refrigerator safety. Sterilize with hot water, let them dry, then put the onions in. The containers must be completely airtight. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. If you don't have airtight containers, you can use Ziploc bags. Then put it in the freezer. With proper storage, onions will remain fresh and delicious for 6 months. When using, take out small amounts at a time, which is very convenient. Add them directly to the pan for stir-frying. The aroma will remain intact and unchanged. This method is very useful when it's inconvenient to go out to buy groceries. These are onions I've stored for 6 months. They're still green, not slimy, just a little hard, but it doesn't affect their use. Important note, take the onions out without thawing. Use them immediately. If you thaw them, the onions will turn dark and look unappealing. If you have leftover green onions at home, you can use the 3 methods above. Other herbs like basil and cilantro can also be used similarly, very convenient. If you don't have a glass container, you can use Ziploc bags to store frozen onions, which is very convenient. Cut them into small pieces according to the size you usually use for your dishes. You can chop the onions into short pieces to sprinkle on dishes. or mince them more finely as desired. Then, place the chopped onions in a glass jar, food container, or Ziploc bag. Gently place them in, avoiding bruising. Press out all the air. If you have a vacuum sealer, remove all the air before sealing the bag. Here, I used a straw to press out the air. Seal the bag slightly, leaving a small gap for the straw to fit through, and use your mouth to suck out all the air. Flatten the bag so the onions don't clump together. Freeze to keep them longer. Many people worry that freezing will cause onions to lose their flavor, but this method actually preserves almost all of their flavor and freshness. Frozen onions won't lose moisture and will remain green and fragrant. Note: only take out the amount you need and add it directly to the pot when cooking. Don't thaw them beforehand, as this will soften the onions and reduce their flavor. My family loves this method, especially on busy mornings. Just open the freezer, grab some pre-cut onions, and cook them right away. Quick and easy, and the dish is just as delicious. That's all for today's sharing. Have you learned it yet? If you found this video helpful, please like and share it to help more people. Click on my profile picture to see more cooking and life tips. We share great videos every day. Don't forget to follow us. Thank you for your support. See you in the next video.